Hi, I'm David Bramlett from Mustangs Plus, and today we're over in the Rest-A-Mod shop and we're going to talk about leaf springs. Okay, on the table in front of me is a sampling of the Grab-A-Trak leaf springs that we carry. We actually carry 9 different part numbers for leaf springs, depending on what eye you want on the spring and how many leaf spring you want. The reason for having such a variety is everybody drives their car differently. Everybody uses their car for something unique. So if you're going to be driving your car and having people in the back, you're going to want a little heavier spring to support the weight. If you're going to be driving your car on the racetrack, you're going to want a heavier spring to go around the corners and make the car handle better. If you're going to drive your car on the street, you may just want a softer spring, but maybe you want to lower it down a little bit. And we offer a spring that will cover just about anything that any way you want to drive your car. Okay, I want you to get a close-up look at some of the different springs that we offer and the options and why we have so many different part numbers. The first spring right here is what we call a standard eye spring, which means that the eye is standard equipment. This is what the eye on your stock leaf spring came with. It wraps around and finishes on top of the spring. The second spring that we have here is what we call a mid-eye. And the reason, you can see, it wraps around and finishes in the center of the main leaf. That's why we call it the mid, because it's a mid-eye. The third spring on our table is what we call a reverse eye. And if you look close at it, the main leaf comes off and the eye actually comes down on the bottom of the spring. That's done to lower the car. It lowers the car approximately 2 inches. So you start with the standard eye here, which is stock. We offer a mid-eye, which lowers the car approximately 1 inch. And you get to the reverse eye, which is between 1.5 inches and 2 inch lowering. The second thing that I want to talk about are the number of leaves that are in our leaf springs. The Grab-A-Trak springs have a wide variety of options. And if you look at the first one on the table, this is what we call the 4.5 leaf, because there's literally 4.5 leaves in the spring. If you look close, you see this leaf doesn't go all the way through. That's the half leaf. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a half. Now you go to the second spring. This is more of what your stock spring looks like. It's a 4-leaf spring, and it has a total of 4 leaves in it. So if you unbolt the springs that are in your Mustang, chances are, if they've never been replaced, they're going to be of the 4-leaf design. And finally, we have our 5-leaf spring, which is a total of 5 leaves. It's got the long main leaf, and the second leaf is also a long leaf, and then you have 3, 4, and 5. I want to show you one of the cars that we have in the Rest-A-Mod shop right now. Happens to have a set of the 4.5 leaf Grab-A-Trak springs on it. If you've never looked under your car, this is what it's going to look like. Your third member, and then your leaf spring wraps under the axle and is attached at 2 points, one up on the frame in the front and one in the rear with shackles. If you didn't see a spring that's going to work for you, give us a call. We can custom make just about any spring for any car. So whether you're driving a Cougar, Falcon, Galaxy, Fairlane, we can custom make any one of those springs for you, no problem. Grab-A-Trak, we literally sell thousands of these leaf springs every year. So if you ever have an issue, the warranty is you return it, we replace it. That simple.